Hello, everyone, and welcome to I Hate Everything About This Game. I hate The Last of Us. And I'm so glad that Sony decided to make this the giveaway freebie game for this month, that being October 2019, because it gives me a chance to replay this game. I think I can get through it, all the way through it. We'll see if my hatred for this game prevents me from doing that. We'll see how far we get. But yeah, I absolutely loathe this game, which might surprise some people considering how overrated this game is and how many people just seem to think it is the pinnacle of, I'm not sure what, I guess video game storytelling. But I think it's garbage, and I hate every single thing about it. And now I get to talk about why. In the past, I resisted making a video about this game because, like I said, I hate everything about it, so I literally have to point out every single thing in it. But doing this actually gives me a chance to do that. Now, I don't want to take too long in this intro, so I guess suffice to say was that I played Uncharted 2 on the recommendation of a friend and fell in love with it. I hadn't played the first game or even heard of it, probably because I bought my PlayStation 3 about a year after it came out. But I really loved Uncharted 2, although even in that original playthrough, I was already noticing some frustration with Naughty Dog's game design. But it kind of, Naughty Dog is what it is. They're doing that big spectacle type of game now. But Uncharted 2 just has so much going for it. Now, I went back and played the first game and didn't care for it at all. I think I got to like the second level. And I was like, okay, I guess they really improved the sequel. That being said, I was really looking forward to Uncharted 3. Although, even before it came out, I was kind of like, where is this story going to go? Because Uncharted 2, I feel like, has a very... I don't know, it has like a definitive arc for Nate. So already that kind of like rot was starting to set into Uncharted, where it's like, where are you going to take the story from this point, Now, Uncharted 3 I enjoyed, but it's very much a rip-off of Uncharted 2. I don't think it has a whole lot to really offer. And by the end of it, I was pretty bored with it. Also, the whole, like, cop-out, like, oh, we killed Sully! Never mind. Like, what the fuck are you doing with that? It's ridiculous. But I didn't really, like, hate the game or anything. And when this game started being advertised, I was all about it. Of course, the trailers now, looking back, are, I would say, deceptive. Or, if you want to be a little more favorable, you could say that they show the game in its best light, but not really necessarily what you encounter in the game. But yeah, I was very hyped for this game. I played it all the way through pretty much like in 2 sittings. But I was pretty disappointed like early on, and by the end, I actually ended up quitting the game because I got frustrated with it. Basically, I think we can get into spoilers. If you know the end of the game, it ends like in a hospital, and you're Joel, and you're sneaking around a bunch of soldiers. And basically, when that section started, I was so done with the game. I was like, I don't even want to do this. So I quit the game. I deleted my save file. Then I went on YouTube to look up what the ending was, and I realized that I was basically like 3 minutes for the ending of the game. So, as stubborn as I went back and replayed it and beat it, and well, didn't enjoy the game very much more. I think that also like kind of killed the game a little bit more for me. Was like, kind of forcing myself to do that. But anyway, I think we can just start this and start the pain. So yeah, I don't know if I finished that thought, but I was basically very hyped for this game. Played it all the way through, basically as soon as I got my hands on it, and was pretty upset with it. And have been ever since. I think we'll just go right to hard. This is what I did in my original playthrough of the game, because I thought it was cool. If you notice, Uncharted, or at least 2, I'm not sure about 3, I don't think lets you play the game on hard when you start. I might be making that up. Anyway, that's my perception of it. For whatever reason, that was my perception when this game came out, and I guess when I saw that you could play it on hard, not Survivor, and granted those are remaster editions, but you could play it on hard right off the bat. So I was like, oh, I'll play it on hard. I play games. And to this day, I've never played the game on normal, so I don't know how much I screwed myself out of enjoying this game by doing that. I have a feeling the difficulty is probably not a huge deal. I'm guessing there's probably less materials. The enemies probably take some extra damage. You probably take some extra damage. Obviously, on a technical level, this game is a masterpiece. It's really pushing the PS3 to its limits, which was cool because it was a powerful console that not a lot of people knew how to work for or work with or whatever. So we didn't get a whole lot of those games, so it was nice. I think that's part of the reason that this game gets so much love. It is that it was basically the kiss-off to the PlayStation 3, and as far as kiss-offs go, even as much as I hate this game, I have to say, like, it's a pretty solid addition to your lineup there, Sony. Unfortunately, it just, like, personally, it just doesn't work for me on any level. And I'm just going to talk through any part of this. If you want to see this game untouched, there's other places to do that.
Tommy, listen to me. He is the contractor. He's the contractor, okay? I can't lose this job. I understand. Let's talk about this. We'll talk about it in the morning. All right, good night.
Hey.
Scoot.
Monday at work, huh?
He's still doing that. It's late.
Good, what time is it?
It's way past your bedtime.
But it's still today.
Honey, please know right now I do not have the energy for this.
Here,
What's this?
your birthday?
Thanks. We say thanks, Joel.
You complaining about broken watch. So,
He's such a fucking asshole. I can't stand him.
You like it?
Funny thing, although I have nothing against Troy Baker or his acting ability,
What? No. Oh,
I tend to not enjoy
drugs.
his performances or the games that he's in. So he's kind of like, box office poison, as they say, for some actors. He's kind of like that for me. And I wasn't really conscious of that until after this game. Great music, really good music in this game. I will say that.
Hello?
Sarah, honey, I need to get your daddy on the phone.
Uncle Tommy, what time is it?
I need to talk to your dad now. There's something...
Uncle Tommy? Hello? What was that?
So this is interesting. I was just playing Red Dead Redemption 2, and I noticed that even as good as that game looks, mirrors are kind of a problem for that game. So I do have to commend this mirror. I've also been playing The Sinking City, which is a much lower budget title, let's say, than either of these games. And those mirrors are basically like, I mean, they're trying, they give you something, but it's just like a hazy outline of yourself. This is pretty good. So kudos. Obviously, like visually, you can't really fault this game. This game looks really good, so that's not going to be an issue. Now, I do want to talk about something about the sequence that I never hear anybody talk about. And it's not an issue with quality, it's just something about the story. I'll just kind of move through this for now.
Phone's dead.
Yeah, obviously looks really good. This is, you know, pretty typical.
Oh, dang it. I forgot to give this to him.
You're not a fossil yet. Dear Dad, let's see. You're never around. I hate the music I'm into. You practically despise the movies I like. Yet somehow you still manage to be the best dad every year. How do you do that? Happy birthday, Pops. Love, Sarah. Aww. So yeah, you know, Naughty Dog is pretty, like, cliche, and they like to have these situations for you to walk around in where, now, to give them credit, it's, you know, it's pretty, like, richly done. You know, this kind of feels like a real room to an extent. But you can't really interact with much.
Dad?
But that's fine. It's just kind of meant to get you to the next part of the story, but, you know, that kind of becomes a cliche with them. And admittance spikes at area hospitals. Okay, so the infection's already started. Not sure what today's date is, but this seems to be from recently. Let's say 1 or 2 days. Now, where is Joel? We all know that there's going to be an explosion soon. Joel's missing. He was just getting fired from a job as a contractor, which is, you know, if you don't know, it's building stuff. So he's working on some kind of building project, and he's getting fired, I guess. Probably for being a fucking asshole. So I always thought, like, the way he comes back, that they were trying to imply, well, maybe he went to, like, the job site and sabotaged something.
Where the heck are you?
We've received reports that victims afflicted with the infection show
That's
signs of
nearby.
increased aggression, and there seems to be some commotion coming from the...
What was that?
That's funny. Is that supposed to be the Austin skyline? It does kind of look like it. I never really thought about that before. Well, anyway, it's changing so fast nowadays, you can't really keep up with it, so it doesn't really matter. It's not like you spend a lot of time in this part of the world.
Dad?
So anyway, the thing about Joel missing and the way he comes back It's like I always wondered, like, was all this just convenience in order to put you in the shoes of this little girl before they make you play as Joel? Or were they actually, like, implying that he had something to do with it? I think the game is not that clever, to be honest. And I think he's just, like,
Phone.
outside for no reason.
Each missed calls. Who the hell are you? Call me on my way.
Also, these are the fucking worst Texas accents. And I guess if you're not from Texas, you probably won't fucking notice, but it sucks.
Where is he?
At least this little girl who has the worst accent leaves the picture pretty soon, but you still have to hear Joel's fucking bullshit. Did it go off again? Now, obviously, I'm not the first person in the world to play this game.
Here you are.
Sarah, are you okay?
Yeah?
Does anyone come in here?
No, who would come in here?
Don't go near the doors. Just stand back there.
Dad, you're kind of freaking me out. What's going on?
It's the Coopers. Something right with them. I think they're sick.
I guess he was at the Coopers, but why was he at the Coopers?
Jimmy!
Dad?
Come here. Come here. Jimmy! Jimmy, stay back! Jimmy, I am warning you! Don't!
You shot him.
Sarah,
I saw him this morning.
Jimmy, there is something bad going on. You've got to get out of here. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
Tommy, come on. Come on.
Where the hell you been? You have any idea what's going on out there?
I got some notion.
Holy shit. You got blood all over you.
It ain't mine. Let's just get out of here.
They're saying half the people in the city lost their minds.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
Some sort of parasite or something. You gonna tell me what happened?
Later.
Hey, sir.
Alright, so anyway, what I was saying was, I'm not the first person to play this game and wish that it was more,
Yeah, sure
like,
thing.
open-ended or open-world-ish, even. With a little bit more exploration. There is a little bit,
We're doing great.
usually, for the purpose of leading you to, like, some kind of collectibles, unfortunately, which is a Naughty Dog thing, which I'm not
No getting into Travis County.
really fond of, you know? It's like, hey, let's break the immersion to have you look for little fucking statues and
Think
shit.
Sam and her dad?
Probably a lot.
So I'm not a fan of that,
Landed inside their
Tommy.
house.
but I think, most people that played the world, this game, like, kind of fell in love with the world. Even I did to some extent, and wanted to be able to
They got no clue.
kind of maybe make your own fun,
We ain't the only town.
or find some oddball shit somewhere.
East Coast, West Coast.
But unfortunately, it's a pretty, like, on rails Naughty Dog.
That's Lewis's
Okay,
fault.
like, if this fucking house was, like, burning like this,
Some bitch made it out.
first of all, fire is loud as fuck. Okay, so it looks cool, but
No, of course not.
How do you know?
They said it's just people in the city. We're good.
Didn't Jimmy work in the city?
That's right, he did. We're fine. Trust me.
All right.
See what they need.
What do you think you're doing? Keep driving.
I got a kid, Joel.
So do we.
But we have room.
Keep driving, Tommy.
it's not all bad. Like, obviously, like, the
Someone
the writing is okay-ish. The presentation, I think, is the word. Overall, like, there's a lot of care taken, with the presentation of the story and everything.
This is bad. Everyone and their mother had
But
the
it's
same damn idea.
still just very, like, on the surface,
Backtracking. Tommy! Holy shit!
What just happened?
What the fuck just happened? Did you see that? Yes, sorry.
God damn.
Turn here, turn here.
Come on, people, move.
What are they running from?
Get us out of here. I'm trying.
Oh no.
We can't stop here,
I
Tommy.
can't fucking drive through them, Joel! Back up there! They're behind me, too! There! Hold on! Go!
Daddy? Hey.
That was a very, like, 2010 or soon thereafter thing, was to, like, have a car crash into the left of the point of view character. Happened in a couple of the Bourne movies. Anyway. Yeah, like, this shit is just, like, so fucking boring to me. Almost like Resident Evil 6 level. Lucky you didn't get scratched, even though you're just wearing a t-shirt.
I'm here, baby. I'm here. Come, give me your hand. What is it?
My leg hurts.
How bad?
It's bad.
You're gonna need to run. Keep us safe. Come on, baby. Now hold on tight.
Daddy, I'm scared.
Can I run? No, I got Naughty Dog speed only, unfortunately. These look good. Obviously, this is the, you know, PS4 remaster, so should look pretty good.
Looking at me, baby.
But, yeah, you know, I remember it looking pretty damn good on the PS3 as well.
We're gonna get out of this. I promise.
I hate to be a regionalist, but I do have to say that I think the game would have won me over more maybe if we stayed in this location more, since it looks like, you know, kind of like the place where I live.
He's dead. God damn it.
Yeah, I hope so, because you just shot him in the fucking face. Characters are not as charming in this game as they are in Uncharted, which I think is like not really a secret about that game series, but doesn't really get talked about in this game too much.
Go! You got Sarah! I can outrun him!
Uncle Tommy?
I will meet you there! Hurry!
Daddy, we can't leave him.
He's gonna be fine. We're almost there.
They're getting closer. Dad?
Isn't there a guy supposed to pop off? Yeah, there he is. So, okay, here's the problem with this, okay? This is obviously an emotional scene, whatever. His daughter gets killed.
Hey,
But it's like, okay, there's only one soldier.
my daughter, I think her leg is broken.
They've got orders to kill, but they're sending them out by themselves, and they're not giving them the orders
Got a couple of civilians in the outer perimeter.
till, like,
Daddy, what about Uncle Tom?
they got the people in front of them.
Back around, okay?
Sir, there's a little girl. But... Yes, sir.
Somebody, we've just been through hell. Okay, we just need... Please don't.
How convenient.
Sarah. Move your hands, baby. I know.
How inconvenient.
see me. I know this hurts. You're gonna be okay, baby. Stay with me. I'm gonna pick you up. I know, baby. I know it hurts. Come on, baby, please. I know, baby. I know. Sarah. Baby. Don't do this to me, baby. Don't do this to me. Come on. No. 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 Please. Please. Please.
Okay. I hate to say it.
The number
But
of
here's the
confirmed
thing.
deaths has passed 200. The governor has called a state of emergency.
Sarah, who we are supposed to mourn eternally and believe that Joel mourns eternally, only exists to make this link to Ellie, which is really kind of unnecessary.
Los Angeles is now the latest city to be placed under martial law. All residents are required to report to their designated
Because here's the
authorities.
thing
Floods
is,
have continued for a third
Joel is
consecutive
already
day,
an
and
asshole
winter rations are at
when
an
we meet
all-time
him.
low.
So if you wanted to skip 10 years and just show me a scene of like Joel and Tommy dealing with the start of the epidemic, I would have been okay with him, with Joel eventually like meeting and warming up to Ellie in a way that he's never experienced because he's never had a child. But the fact that he just also like happened to have a 14-year-old daughter who was killed, I don't know. I'm just not sure what it adds to the whole thing. Now, 20 years later, okay, that doesn't make any fucking sense. It was way too much time.
I'm coming.
Should have been 10 years, because shit would have degraded way more in 20
How was
years.
your morning? Want one?
No, I don't.
Oh, Tess, I wish I could like you.
Well, I have some interesting news for you.
Where were you, Tess?
West End District. Hey, we had a drop to make.
We had a drop to make.
Well, you wanted to be left alone, remember?
So I'll take one guess. The whole deal went south and the client made off with our pills. Is that about right?
Deal went off without a hitch. Enough ration cards to last us a couple of months, easy.
You want to explain this?
I was on my way back here, and I got jumped by these two assholes, all right? Yeah, they got a few good hits in, but... Look, I managed.
Already the scene is establishing an unfortunate pattern for this game where there's just like kind of like
Yeah, look, they were...
pointless conflict.
It don't matter. What matters is
What
that
are they
all
fighting about?
sent them.
That she went without him, but he wasn't gonna go?
He figures
Or
he's
what?
gonna get us first.
Son of a bitch, he's smart.
It's a lot of tell, don't show.
He's not smart enough. I know where he's hiding.
Like him, you do.
And I would have appreciated
Warehouse
more,
in Area
like, if
5.
the beginning of the game
Can't say for
spent
how long,
some time maybe establishing the relationship between these two characters, so that when we jump into this situation, we're like, oh wow, they're really acting like differently towards each other. But instead, like, you have no idea who Tess is, what she can do, who she is to Joel, or anything.
though. Checkpoint's still open.
And I guess the game is like,
Curfew.
being cool. Hang on, I'm gonna pause here and get a drink. And I guess while we have it on pause here, we'll take advantage of that. Since this game is like fucking non-stop, like, pay attention to me, pay attention to me, pay attention to me. So yeah, it establishes this, you know, we have this thing where like people in this game just get into like conflict that it's just very contrived and dramatic, melodramatic, I guess you'd call it. And the game is kind of like, you know, when it's showing off environments, it likes to do this like very stereotypical like walking simulator bullshit where they're like, come on dude, let's take a walk. And you know, you're supposed to, I guess, kind of like a virtual tourism thing where you're just supposed to like get the gist of the world by, you know, walking by a couple of things and seeing them. This is what's about to happen here.
Yes, over the damn papers this morning. I've been selected for outside work duties.
And this is kind of where I started noticing the problems with this game back when it came out. When did this game come out? 2012? 2013? I can't remember exactly. It's pretty much the end of the PS3, I remember. But yeah, I was walking through here and I was like, okay, so is this like a hub? Is this like my neighborhood? I remember thinking like, maybe it's like that Mankind, what's it called? Deus Ex game? I was like, okay, maybe this is kind of like my neighborhood and I have to like solve crimes and shit around here. But no, I don't think you never come back here, do you? No, you never do. So it's just kind of like atmosphere, you know? Now, remember, it's been 20 fucking years. These people are still, like, getting uniforms made. Wow, that's pretty impressive. That's a strong commitment to a uniform aesthetic, you know, in your organization. You know, why are buildings collapsing? Was one of them, like, half demolished? Just looks cool, but it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense.
They shouldn't give us any static.
Yeah, I don't really give a fuck. I feel no tension because I'm sure whatever happens is just going to be whatever you've scripted to happen. I'm not scared at all. Yeah, what? Oh, you want me to go first? Okay, whatever. See you later, Boston. I hardly knew you.
See you later. What's your business here?
Got the day off. Visiting a friend.
All right, we'll run through it. Thanks.
Get out of here, go! Close it off! Firefly! Walking through them!
Come on.
Hold that. Oh my god. Oh, you can sprint. Oh god. I already want to hang myself.
Checkpoint 5 is now closed until further notice.
Yeah, let's just run into like this
Civilians must clear the surrounding area.
very official looking building. Just whatever.
So much for the easy route. Patch yourself up, all right?
That's funny because, like I said, I've just been playing that game, The Sinking City,
Have to go around the outside.
and that game borrows a lot from this game as far as mechanics, like crafting, like on the fly, you know, real time or whatever.
I was there. Hey, how's the east tunnel looking?
I was there. Yeah, we were all there because it was right outside. We were all there.
Gonna pay Robert a visit?
You too?
Who else is looking for him?
Marlene. She's been asking around, trying to find him.
Marlene?
Oh, Marlene.
What do the
Oh my
Fireflies
God.
need with Robert?
The
What
Fireflies.
can you tell her?
We'll fucking get to you, Fireflies.
Good man.
Stupidest
Stay out of
fucking
trouble,
people in
right?
the world.
Military's gonna be out in force soon.
Yeah, see you around.
Fireflies. Jeez. God, I hate this fucking game.
Marlene looking for Robert? What do you make of that?
I don't like it. You better find him before the Fireflies do.
Oh, I hate that accent. So yeah, it's cool. I mean, I guess maybe some of those doors open up. I have no idea. I've never felt really incentivized to explore Naughty Dog games.
Stirring up out there. How are we looking over here?
This game is not much
Signs
different.
of military are infected.
That's what I like to hear. Joel, give me a hand with this.
Y'all take it easy out there.
It's such a terrible job of hiding something.
Oh, God, this place reeks. I need to watch what they throw away down here. There be light. Let's grab our gear.
So, and this is something that's really confusing to me about this game. Oh my god, all these mechanics. I hate Naughty Dog mechanics. Suck at
Our
fucking
backpacks
making
are still here from
gameplay.
last time.
Oh, great. You're so tough, Tess.
A lot of ammo.
Shots count.
You got that right, buddy. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, one thing I never understood about this game, and I couldn't understand... Oh, R2 reload? Oh, God. Why does Naughty Dog... Oh, just make the same buttons as everybody else, you morons.
Alright, Texas. Boost me up.
Texas. Don't talk like a Texan. Boost you up where, dummy? So here's the thing.
You ready?
When I first started playing this game, and I started getting into the combat situations, which I'm pretty sure are like zombies first and then humans, and I was like, oh man, I can't wait till later in the game when you know, they're combining these sections, maybe even like some puzzle sections with zombies or puzzles with humans, whatever.
That a trick question?
And I couldn't believe it at the end of the game when that never happens. You're essentially just segregated to all these gameplay sections that never combine. And I mean, I guess I can't really chalk it up to anything other than laziness, to be honest. Oh, I can't run now. See, it's like fucking Red Dead all over again. Like, press L1 to run. Unless we don't want you to.
Been out here in a while.
It's like we're on a date.
Well, I am the romantic type.
Got your ways.
Oh my god, the sexual tension is so palpable. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, I guess it would just be
Where's the
harder
ladder?
It's
work
gotta be around here somewhere.
to combine these different parts of the game, but it's astounding to me that this game is literally just like, now you fight zombies, now you fight humans, do a couple of puzzles. This part's really more about walking and dialogue. And so on and so forth. And never really
No ladder here.
combines.
Got it.
Great, bring it over.
Why can't you get the fucking ladder? God damn it. And like, again, when I was playing this the first time, I was kind of like, okay, well, you know, they're introducing me to the game. They're going to take their time. No problem.
It's all relative.
This way.
But holy smokes. Actually, I want to look around down here a little bit. I said I wouldn't really try to explore, but, you know, I can't help myself. Oh, this is some stiff movement. Oh my god, I hope... I didn't play Uncharted 4 because I vowed after this game I would never play another Naughty Dog game. But I hope they've updated their movement system a little bit, because this feels like ass. This feels like a PS3 game. Which it is. I can't just like push my way through those branches. God. Yeah, I think we all thought to some extent, not that the trailers promised this or anything, but I think we all thought like that it would have maybe not necessarily a Metroidvania style, but I guess that you would be, you know, inhabiting a world to a larger extent. I don't think anybody necessarily like specifically thought, oh, it's an open world game, but I think there was hope and then disappointment that it wasn't. David Michael Vigil. Okay, well, I guess I found one collectible. Now, okay, this is interesting because I actually was reminded of stuff like this when I was playing Dying Light, which is another zombie game. Now, okay, you can't help it. This game is so successful that pretty much any zombie game is going to be compared to it. Even though I think as a zombie game, this game doesn't really hold up particularly well. It's not really ever about the zombies. Which is another reason that I fault this game. But anyway, there is kind of like this richness of, you know, environments, right? And when you first start playing Dying Light, that game also has some pretty impressive environments, which unfortunately add up to kind of nothing because a lot of those assets are just repeated, and or just in the end you can't really interact with them, so they're essentially meaningless. But this game has an extra level of what would you call it? Art design, where like all these names on this wall, I'm sure somebody like at Naughty Dog like specifically thought of these names and thought of something that like happened to these children and the people that were taking care of them, right? So that's something, that's a spot where I give Naughty Dog props, and I just wish they took more care in other aspects of the game.
Speaking of merchandise, when's that next
Especially the gameplay. And really like kind of like their overall story arcs, I guess. I don't know. We'll get to story later in this game. We haven't gotten to that yet. See, and stuff like this, like I was like, oh, okay, so there's going to be areas where you have to remember to put on your mask. But no, you just, you get there and Joel puts on his mask because that's what he needs.
Stay alert.
Stay alert.
There's our culprit.
God, he's not that old. Better keep your eyes and ears open.
Okay, and I guess we need to talk about something else too, which is that as interesting as the whole, I guess, fungus zombie plague is in this game, and I do think that it's interesting, they do nothing with it. They do not play to the strengths of this, you know, this world building that they've taken the trouble to make, and I cannot understand why. Even though,
Okay?
like,
Yeah. Damn ceiling's
arguably
falling apart. Be careful.
the most important
This way.
aspect of the story is related to like a character's physiology and how it relates to this whole disease, right?
My mask broke. Don't leave me to turn. Please.
What do you want to do? Poor bastard.
Oh, how do I fucking collect ammo? Jesus Christ. Triangle. Oh my god. It's even worse than I remembered. Naughty Dog and their shit mechanics. And their fucking shit approach to picking up ammo in their games. Okay, we'll have plenty more time to complain about that, for sure. Anything? Anywhere? Yeah, I'm definitely not getting emotional about some guy trapped under a cabinet. Well, actually, let's go look at him again. What was wrong with him? Where is he? Where the fuck is he? Oh, right here. Why can't you just move the cabinets? Can't be that heavy. How did that even fall on you, dude? Whatever. Okay.
You hear that?
Yeah.
How you want to handle it?
Oh yeah, I gotta start making those shivs, right? To kill those one enemies, the clickers. Where are we going? Should I go upstairs? Nothing in here. Whatever. Turn it over here, right? I'll tell you one thing, any tension I might have felt in the first playthrough is not going to be present here because I don't remember there being any like truly complex like puzzles or anything in this game to where you know, I think you can always pretty much get around the zombies. I don't think they're ever really a problem, right? I mean, what if I stand up and start walking around now? Are those two really gonna come up? No, to brother. Yeah, sorry.
Trying to sneak into the zone.
As much as
Feeling-
everyone complains about it.
Yeah, the zone makes no fucking sense, just like everything else in this game. It's like, who is still trying to, like, have political power in this world? Stupid.
Let's head back into the city. Some fresh air. That's the one thing I love about the outside.
I do like me some greenery.
Why
I
don't you
just
ask Bill to
wish,
get
like,
you some of them air fresheners?
you could interact with some stuff here. I don't know. But it's all just background. Just background. It's crazy. I mean, I guess you have to kind of applaud that level of commitment to just setting atmosphere, you know?
We're here. Cover the entrance.
I got it.
Cover the entrance. For what? Against who? Like, everyone's dead.
Be a dear, would you?
I'll get it.
Yeah, you know, stuff like this is just a lot more interesting when, like, Nate and Sully are doing it, as opposed to, like, these passive-aggressive weirdos. Come on, that's not a sprint. Don't call that sprinting. You want me? Now, I guess there's probably some action scene in this game at some point that might have a combination of, like, setting up a ladder and getting chased by some zombies. I might be making that up, but I'm just giving the game the benefit of the doubt. But making you sit through all this stuff that feels like a tutorial only to later, like, basically every section where you're doing this stuff is a learning experience because you...
Get your ass up here. Let's move.
Bossy today.
Get your ass up here.
We're getting close.
Bitch. Am I fucking boss or something? Okay. Funny. Cute. Cute. Can I climb up? No, can't climb up there. Not gonna do it. What the shit? Okay, so it's X. Damn it. Okay. Okay. I'm really curious to know if anybody can tell me like why they liked this game so much, what they were expecting from it, if whether they liked it or not. Because it was just like
Make sure there ain't any
just
soldiers.
zeros all around for me.
It's clear. Come on.
You shut it. Ugh. Sick of games being assholes to players, man. Fuck. Like Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead. Shut it. Fuck you. Fucking paid money for this. Or, you know, not this time, but I did originally.
Hey, little man. Make sure the coast is clear. No soldiers, none of Robert's men, yeah?
You know what he's expecting.
Well, that'll make it more interesting.
Who?
Good to go. Come on.
Hey, Tex, hey, Tex. Pretty lady, how you doing? I heard you.
Not right now, Terrence.
No, it's good. Look.
Not now. You hear me?
Okay. I'll be back.
What's up, my background
Yeah,
people?
ration cards. Don't even waste my time. I'm not interested in bartering for bullets.
Oh, okay. Well, looks like I can't do anything with you anyway.
Yep, I'm starving.
Keep your shirt on. Expense coming right up.
I don't even think about cutting in line.
Fucking A.
Man, life is hard here, you can tell.
You touch it, you buy it.
Tess, it's been a while. You don't visit us anymore.
Who the hell's that?
None of your damn business.
Street fighting.
Malik, sit back down.
Oh, sorry, Tess. Didn't realize you two were together. Go ahead.
Who's that?
No, Malik. Don't ask.
I guess maybe you can say Naughty Dog is clever because, you know, they get you to, like, think about these collectibles, and then they get you to, like, look around every corner, and it kind of feels like a fleshed out world. Oh, Marlene. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. God, what a fucking terrible character. Hello, child whose name is not Ellie.
I'm looking for Robert. You come through here?
Half hour ago. He went back to the war. He's there now.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
Oh, God.
Let us through.
You guys need to turn around and head back if you know what's good for you.
Our beef isn't with you. We just want Robert. You don't want to do this.
Turn the fuck around and leave now.
I'm not going anywhere without Robert.
Bitch, I'll bash your skull unless you turn around and get your dumb ass out of here.
Fuck this.
Take cover!
You ready?
Yeah.
I'll cover you. Get the angle on them.
How many bullets to the fucking face do you have to take, man? Fucking Naughty Dog.
Nicely done, Texas.
Was it? Felt clunky as
How
hell.
did you get all these guys?
If Robert's good at one thing. Hey, boost me up.
What? How about you let me walk over there first?
Well,
Give me your hand. There you go.
What else? You have to go to some docks or something, right? I remember there's like a part with a warehouse or something.
Over here, Joel.
Yeah, no shit. I just saw you walk over there. I'm not fucking lost.
More of Robert's guys.
How do you know they're coming?
Two of our guys died trying to take Tess out. Guarantee that she and Joel are on their way here right now to get Robert.
Jesus. We shouldn't have taken this job.
Not our call. Let's spread out and make sure no one's creeping around in here.
I can't move. Okay. Hate it when fucking games do that. I am moving. Very PS3 game design, I would say. Where are we going here? Oh, gotta crouch. Oh.
I meant to tell you, I was down in Jordan Street. All these soldiers showed up in a group of about 5 civs. All of them.
Let me guess. Fire pride.
Yep. I lined them up against the wall, and bang, bang, bang. Just executed all of them.
Shit.
Yeah, I hear it's like that all over the city.
Got a cousin.
Let's search the area.
Okay.
Good. Do another once-over and then head out. Getting close to country.
What about Robert? Who's he holing up with tonight? Guy's too paranoid to stay here by himself.
Fuck if I know. We'll check in with the others and come up with something.
Don't really remember this part as well. Oh, there's two. Hello. Full. What? Okay, let's go into options, controls, sensitivity. Yeah, let's fucking fix that right now. Oh my god, Naughty Dog with their atrocious fucking camera. Terrible, man. Oh, what? Glad I wasted a bullet.
We should have brought more people.
They could slow us down.
Yeah, you're right.
Haha, we're so hard.
The docks are this way.
Okay. None of you has anything. Scumbags. Okay, I'm not sure if I can actually get through all this today. I'm already feeling the wear and tear of this awful, awful game. Yeah, I think I'm actually gonna just play something I like. So how about oh, I guess you can save scum in this game. I never realized that. Maybe you couldn't in the PS3. Certainly seems like they've made it possible now. So yeah, that's enough of this game for now. I do plan to continue this game and play it all the way through and complain about it all the way through because, in case I didn't mention it before, I hate this game. So I think we'll leave it there for now and come back maybe on Friday. See you then.